Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attendance here today. I'm delighted to welcome a very special guest who has flown all the way over from South America to be with us. This man is a celebrated journalist, a celebrated author. He was just telling me in the green room there that he's written no fewer than 20 plus books. That is 20 plus more than I have. He is a wonderful journalist, a man that I've been following very closely for a number of years now. He specialises in football, and that is a sport very close to my heart. I know it's very close to a few people who have made their way into the auditorium this afternoon. He is a man who I think, he's got a unique story to tell. His name is Luciano Wernicke, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Luciano.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Luciano,
much for coming. Thank you, Chris, for the presentation.
Thank you so much. No, thank you. And listen, thank you for coming all the way to Abu Dhabi. It's a long way to come.
Yes, I'm suffering now the jet lag anyway. And it was, yes, very, very long trip from Buenos Aires to Madrid. 5 hours there, and then from Madrid to Abu Dhabi. But I'm happy, very happy to be here.
We are happy, and the reason we're happy is because we're talking about the beautiful game. I mean, no disrespect to anyone out there that loves cricket, tennis, golf, rugby, but we all know that football is the greatest sport on the planet.
Of course, and I would like to ask to the people to help me, because I don't want to work alone. I'm very tired, so I will talk first, and then I will give you a space for questions, and I think it's more interesting to know the ideas or the opinion of the local people about international football.
Absolutely. It is a conversation more than anything else.
Conversation, yeah.
We're here for the next 60 minutes. The floor is yours, my man.
Okay. Well, firstly, it's a real honor to... I'm sorry, I will read, because my English is not the best as I think. Well, it's a great honor to be here in this wonderful and very important fair, and thank you very much, Chris and Alex and Ibrahim Al-Salama for the invitation, and thank you to Mohammed Al-Nabhan to be my editor in Arabic and to do this a reality. Well, I am from Argentina, as he said, and I was not a sport journalist. I was a journalist in politics for 22 years. But one day, one publisher from Buenos Aires, Editorial Planeta, is a very important publisher in Latin America and Spain, asked me to prepare a book for the South African World Cup in 2010, and incredible. That book was a bestseller in many countries, such as Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, and Mexico. And then I start, with this, the pleasure to write about football at home with my children, and do it what I really love.
So football was your passion from a young age. You said there you were a writer in politics.
Yes.
But football was always a passion.
Yes, because, it was my passion all the time. When I was young, I wanted to be a sport journalist, as you. But, I started as a journalist in politics, and then, the miracle happened when the publisher who knew me, because I was written 2 books about football, more humorous, no?
Yeah.
Football topic or
the stories,
anecdotes, strange situations. And he told me, I have your books, and I want to have a new book just exclusive for the World Cup for Planeta. And the miracle happened, and now I'm here.
Yes, you are. And you've done, you were just telling me off stage as well, not only are you now published author, you're now working for the Costa Rica national team as well. You're a man that you've gone places in your career.
Yes, another miracle. I'm a man of miracles. I don't know why, but the new manager of the Costa Rica national team is a fan of my books, and he told me, well, you could be my press officer, but also my coach, because I need someone to have a different look to the football. So I work as an assistant, you know. I made videos sometimes also, but he wants from me to watch the football from a different place.
Yeah, a different perspective.
Different perspective, more like a journalist or like a fan.
Let me ask you this then, Luciano. Coming from a background of politics, how has that helped shape your view on football? Because I live and breathe sport. I went to university, I studied sport. Sport is my passion. Your job was politics, so I would imagine that's given you...
there is a difference. I was a journalist in politics, but I'm a writer in football. My passion to be a writer, because to be a writer was my first dream, not to be a journalist. In Argentina, unfortunately, you need to have a job first to be a writer then.
Yeah.
So I study. I have the college. I don't know the degree. I have the degree in journalism, but I start as a journalist, and then with the time, well, 22 years, I became a writer finally, and I have novels even like. About murderers or mysteries or some kind of things, not just about football, but unpublished until now.
You've got a book in front of us here, and there will be a signing session at the end of our little Q&A. It is called Why is Soccer Played 11 Against 11? Now, I will be very honest with you, Luciano. Driving up here today, I kind of thought to myself, why is football 11 against 11? You've got the answers. Please do tell me.
And you are British.
And I'm British.
The land of football, the land where the football was born. And nobody knows. Well, I researched it. You know, I think I did a very deep research with a lot of... I have more than 200 books on football at home. Normally by Amazon, because it's very difficult to go to... Anyway, if you go to London, to a library, for example, it's impossible to find a lot of books.
Yes.
But with Amazon, you can find books in Glasgow, one in Sheffield, another one in Manchester. So it's much better to take all that kind of information to work. And to prepare this book, I had very lucky too, because I bought a book. I thought was a book. When I received it, was like
an essay?
Yes.
Like a report, an essay?
And a report from one university, and someone stole the report and put it on sale in Amazon. And that report had all the first games, the first 20 games in each English city. And that was very important, because to know how many players used to play with different rules, because football was that. Let me start with that, because this is my new book in Arabic. Thank you, Mohammed. This book put the light on 100 mysteries of the history and rules of football. Why 11 against 11, and why not 9, 12, 15 like in rugby?
Yeah.
Why the football matches last 90 minutes? Do you know?
I think it's something to do. Now, I did my dissertation.
But you have already my book. So.
I've got your book. I will find out, but I'll let me guess. I think it's to do with, it was a working class sport. And it was at a time all the way back, all those many years ago, it was a way of getting out of the factories. So I think 90 minutes, because 90 minutes was perhaps the time that they had off.
No,
and you're shaking your head, so I'm wrong. Why was it 90 minutes?
No, it was just a casualty. You know, in that time, the number of members of a team were arranged between the captains. How many are you? We are 12. Well, we are 15, but we can play 12 and 12. No, we are 9 because John is missing. Okay, we play 9 against 9. And how long? Okay, until one, for example, until one team scored 2 times, for example, or 3, or 1 hour or 2 hours with a little recess in the middle. So one day, and I will explain you, one day there were a match against a Sheffield team and a London team. And the captains, one of the captains, the London one, was member of the Football Association. And he proposed to play for 40 minutes and 40 minutes. And the time was perfect. And later, he proposed to the Football Association to introduce, finally, because they were organizing the first trophy, the FA Cup, the oldest competition now. And he said, well, we have to do something about this because rules says nothing about how many players and how long. So I proposed 90 minutes because we did it with the Sheffield people and was perfect, was the perfect time. So it's on the rules now.
45 minutes.
That time, from 1870, 1871. Up to now, it's the same. And now the new FIFA president wants to change that kind of... He's insane for me. But
I love that. That's insight that we want.
No. I accept the video ref assistance because it's important, especially to know if the goal was signed or not. But let some rules like they are, I think.
Let me ask you that question.
What do you think?
I like VAR. I think VAR is important. The reason I think that is because the game has got faster than it's ever got before.
Yeah.
There is I hate to say this, but there's an awful lot of money now involved. The right decisions, it's important that we get those decisions. Am I in favour of 30 minutes? No. Football is 45 and 45.
It's not natural to score a goal and wait for 5 minutes.
No.
Give me a cigarette, please. Okay. Goal. Yeah. No. This is unnatural. Absolutely, like it happened some few days ago with Tottenham and Manchester City. Incredible.
What about, in terms of your background, I want to ask about...
Okay, I'm lost now with my purpose.
It's fine. It's a conversation. We'll open it up. I know you've got notes, and we'll get back to those. I want to ask you, though, as an Argentine growing up, we'll get to Messi, we'll get to Ronaldo, Cristiano in just a moment.
No, but please let that for later, because
I'll keep
I have
that for later.
special information and 2 videos of that.
We will keep that till later. I want to ask, though, you grew up at a time in Argentina where some of the best players, one player in particular, Diego Armando Maradona.
I just want to say now, later I will give you more ideas about this. To me, football is passion. Passion is the word it resumes football. What is passion? Feelings we feel when we are watching a football match. If you watch a match with Diego Maradona, that wonderful skill against England, for example, and you don't know how the situation finished because you are watching live that. You feel something incredible with that kind of goal when Argentina won in Mexico the World Cup, and thanks to Maradona. And then in Italy, thanks to Claudio Caniggia and Diego Maradona, we arrived to the final game, and you feel yourself proud to be supporter of the national team. Unfortunately, never happened again.
One day, Luciano.
Never happened again. So, what can I say? What can I say?
1986, a year that all Argentines will remember.
I had 16 years old at that moment, watching live with my father and my brother. I remember I went out to the school to watch 2 games, against Korea and Uruguay. With two friends, we left the school. Okay, no, I don't care. I go to the pub to watch, or a bar, because I was 16.
Yes, important.
And just to watch that kind of fantastic shows.
I'm envious that you grew up watching Diego Armando Maradona. I'm envious.
Well, all the Scottish people I know, they love Maradona.
We love him because he beat the English, is why. And I will admit that. If we've got any English in, I apologise. But the hand of God is one of the greatest moments in all of sport. There is no doubt about that.
Well, let's go.
Of course.
Well, maybe you don't know, but according to FIFA, I lost my pages. According to FIFA, the first ball game in which the participant could not touch, the ball with hands and arms was this, Cushu in China, and was a kind of basketball. Oh, sorry.
You said this was in China?
Yeah, I missed, the laser is, well.
So the first...
Look, the goal is on the top, on a bamboo stick, like a square or like a circle, and it was a kind of basketball with the feet or the head, and it wasn't, a game. It was a kind of exercise for the soldiers, a military exercise. Well, this is the first one. Then there were another football games in antiquity, like Kemari in Japan or Harpastum in the ancient Rome. And the historian of football believed that the Harpastum precisely is what would have originated the current football, because the modern football was born in Britain.
Yes.
Okay? And the first ball who arrived to Britain was carried by a Roman soldier with Julius Caesar. And, well, in England, maybe you are not agree with this, there is a bloody legend that assures that the first football game in England was played between two groups of Celtics with a Roman soldier's head as a ball.
I've heard that story.
Maybe it's not true, but...
I've heard that story.
Well, in England, soccer became very popular. This is one kind of game called shrub-type football, which rules allow all kind of actions to take the ball from the opponent, except just one thing, the murder. You could do anything, to punch, to kick the opponent, except the murder.
You could, so everything...
Yes, the rule was written like this.
Oh, wow. Scotland would do well at this, I think.
Maybe. Well, this is the football we know today, with wonderful grass and a perfect spherical shaped ball. But in the Middle Ages, imagine to play football there.
That's how Scotland plays it, Luciano.
It was impossible. Look at the grass. Too tall. This is the British. This is this is
British
Britain.
countryside.
British countryside. Yeah. So it was impossible. Do you think it's possible to move the ball just with the feet in this place? No, impossible. So the most common thing was to pick it up and kick, or directly to carry with the hands. Yes, and run. This is one of the first. This ball is on one museum in Stirling, in Scotland.
Yes.
Looks like
very heavy as well.
Like an American football ball, and the shape is absolutely irregular.
It's like a rock.
Yes, impossible to play football with this. So this image is just imagination, because it's impossible to play football, the football we know now, with this kind of ball and this kind of field, you know. So this is an image of football in the 17th or 18th century.
It's
Looks
like rugby.
Rugby, yes, of course. And this is another one. It's like rugby, but it's football. I don't know how to stop this, Mutu. It's going. I want to stop it.
I think we can stop there. So this is, where is this? This is in Paris.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
So how did the game, in terms of, you talked
Well,
there about
what happened to have our football now? The most important thing to me was an invention by an American inventor called Charles Goodyear. In this, thank you very much. In this exposition, he presented the first rubber ball, perfectly spherical. And this ball by Charles Goodyear was taken by one sport inventor from Lily House in London. The designer took the Goodyear's ball, the idea,
Yeah.
and covered it with leather and in segments, and created the first ball, number 5. It's the same ball, the dimension and the weight is the same ball that we use today by the rules from Freemason taverns in 1853.
Yeah, so that was a size 5 as well.
Yes. And this is the ball that the English used for the FA Cup, the first tournament, until now. Now it's not animal leather, but it's the same, you know, the same shape, the same
And it
volume.
doesn't have the bits of string that hurt the head.
Yes, in
as well.
Argentina or Uruguay, some players used to wear a cap to protect the head, yes, from that.
And it was a lot heavier back then as well,
Yes.
right?
And the second thing created for football to become, you know, the football. Well, this is a cricket pitch. The first football games for the FA Cup were played on cricket pitches. Even the first international, England and Scotland, in Kennington Oval at south of London.
England-Scotland was the first international.
The first, not for me, is the first one.
Did Scotland win?
No. Sorry, it was a draw.
It was
But
a draw. I'll take a draw.
It was a draw. Yeah. And this is very interesting. This castle, is Clarendon House, was the first place for the football historian where the ball, the idea to play football was to pass the ball through the gates. Why? Because it was in 1611 when, during a visit by the English King Charles II to the Duke of Albemarle, and the servants of the nobles organized 2 teams to play football, and one guy says, notice him, you know, the doors, look, the door of the wall and the door of the castle were aligned, you know?
Yeah.
So he proposed to play passing the ball through the doors. Was the first time. And then this practice became very popular at the English schools, where the children use, you know, the classroom doors as goals.
So classroom
Yes.
doorways became the goals.
In Argentina, in Latin America, we call the goalkeeper, we call them portero. Portero became from puerta. Puerta is the gate. Gate is puerta.
Yes.
So portero, because the guy who protect, you know, the puerta.
I'm learning an awful lot today.
Well, this is very interesting too, because when the first Football Association Cup was played, the goal had no crossbar, just a rope as a crossbar. Look. This is a draw, but
It's like a clothesline. It's like
Yes,
somewhere that you would hang your washing.
look how finished the goal with a rope. The crossbar became, later to the football as the nets. This is 1995. The nets were invented by an engineer from Liverpool called Alexander Brody. He was an Everton Football Club fan. And one day he saw at the stadium how the referee can seal a legal goal by the Toffees. And, the ball passed through the post, but the referee said, no, was, no goal. And this guy, furious, Brody, returning home anxious to invent something to repair the injustice or to
ensure,
avoid, a new injustice in football. And he created a net, and the name of that net was Goal Pocket. And the Football Association accepted the idea of Brody, and this is the goal we have today. Finally complete with crossbar, with everything.
And this was in 1895.
Yes. Look, the game is very. Look at the area too. This is circumference.
Yeah.
It's
And
different.
they're wearing Wellington boots there as well. They're not football
They
boots.
play with boots, and
Similar
it's
colours.
a painting. It's a painting, but very real, very real. Well, I don't know what.
Oh, hello.
We have enough time
Oh,
for.
we've got enough time. This is a conversation that I want to have because this is a conversation that there is no right or wrong answer. Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, if you follow football, you will know that those two men right now are doing things that I don't think we've seen. They are pushing the envelope. They are pushing the bar higher than ever. Their goal-scoring stats, Luciano, are incredible. Let's start with Messi because he's a compatriot of
I
yours.
will start with the idea to do this book because it's not just mine. I wrote it with a Portuguese journalist friend of mine, Luis Miguel Pereira, and it will be soon in Arabic too, right, Mohammed?
Good news.
Yes. Well, the idea was 18 months ago, Luis Miguel and the Portuguese publisher came to Buenos Aires and offered me to drink a coffee and to talk about my books and whatever. And they offered me to do this. And the idea was wonderful because imagine Pelé or Diego Maradona. They're other number ones, right? But alone. Maybe Garrincha, if you want, with Pelé, and with Maradona, no one. With Pelé and Maradona, you have two number ones, and no number two, no number three, no number four. The next one is the number 5, for example. But now we have two spectacular players, almost at the same level.
Yes.
But if I say, well, Messi is better than Ronaldo, okay, no problem. But how much? Just 1-2 inches?
Yeah.
And that's it. Even if you say, no, for me, Ronaldo is better than Messi. But they are very, very, very close, one from the other one. What do you think?
I have always said that Lionel Messi.
No, yes, but they are close.
They're very close.
Very
Of course
close.
they are. You look at the goals they've scored, you look at the trophies they've won, you look at the individual accolades.
And
They're very close.
How to compare them? This is the problem. What topic we can take to compare Messi to Cristiano Ronaldo? Look, goals converted,
Yes.
titles obtained. It's incredible. It's incredible when you take the statistics and compare, the statistics from these both wonderful players. Absolutely similar. Absolutely similar. So we propose something to the readers. Something very interesting. Do not say nothing, Luis Miguel and I, about what we prefer. We just made an very deep investigation. We talked with a lot of football managers, players. We research, a lot of interviews of them and people talking about them. Articles, books. There are a lot of books about Messi and about Cristiano Ronaldo, a lot. And our proposal is to leave to the readers what they prefer. And we prepare a lot of chapters with technique and tactics, for example, leadership and mental strength, goals, championship, individual trophies or awards, performance in clubs and their respective national teams.
And that's where Ronaldo...
But let me tell you two things about them. Before Cristiano Ronaldo, how many World Cup played Portugal?
Did he play in Cristiano?
Yes, they play England,
Yeah.
Mexico 86,
Yeah.
and maybe Japan and Korea.
Yes.
But from Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal was qualified for every single World Cup. I know at the World Cup, Ronaldo was more or less, no very important.
No.
But Portugal never say goodbye to a World Cup from Ronaldo. Until Leonel Messi, Argentina play every World Cup.
Yes.
Yes, even with Messi, yes, of course. But there is a difference there. Well, we compare also penalties and free kicks, personal relationship, family, personal life, relation with the fans, sponsors, political positions, injuries.
Can I jump in here, Luciano? What is the relationship, when you talk about political position, what is the Argentine people's relationship with Lionel Messi? Because debunk this myth. There is a myth that Argentinian people and Lionel Messi, they don't get on, that he is seen as being Catalonia. He left Argentina at the age of 13. What is the relationship like? Is he loved by all?
Well, he used to travel with a Spanish passport, for example. In Argentina, there are two positions. The older, like me, we saw in action Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi. The young people, just Lionel Messi, it's not the same, because when you watch, for example, an whole game with Diego Maradona or just a selection of goals, yes, he's a wonderful player. But the problem is the passion, the emotion. You are watching a movie and you already know the final. You already know that the hero will kill everyone and take the girl and the wonderful.
That's my kind
ending.
of film.
But it's different when you are sitting in front of your television, watching something without,
What will happen?
the final,
Yeah.
It's all with Maradona at Mexico, all was a wonderful surprise. Even because Maradona wasn't a terrific player before Mexico. Was a wonderful player, but number one in Mexico.
Have you had the pleasure of spending time with Diego? Have you interviewed Diego?
No, never. But remember, I never worked as a sport journalist.
Writer.
Well, to my surprise, when you take a look on all those topics, to my surprise, right, I found many similarities in many aspects, and, well, differences in another. One of the points is the physical aspect, because Lionel Messi is, well, Cristiano Ronaldo is taller than Messi, 15 centimeters or 6 inches. So look, this is Messi as a child. Look,
He's small.
very small,
Very small.
very small. And this is Cristiano. Look, this is Cristiano.
Yeah.
He's not the taller, but one of the.
I think that's the only time that he didn't know a camera was on him, Luciano. Because he's looking elsewhere. Now, of course, he loves the camera. He loves that all. He is someone that loves to be the main star.
Well, I don't know if you know, but Lionel Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. And he had to put, when he was 11 years old, and he had to put himself one injection of hormones every day for 3 years.
Because he was so small.
Yes, to grow up. Now he's like me, he's 1 meter and 70 centimeters. And his father always says that was the reason to move from Argentina to Barcelona, because at that time, in the middle of a very deep economic process, Messi's father found no club to pay the treatment, It was impossible for Newell's and impossible for River. I don't know if impossible. Maybe they take the situation bad because, but in that moment maybe was not easy to put the money on a child of 11 years old. So, let's see the stats. This is, the last championship with, there are 5 with the last one, 6. No, 5 championships,
Yeah.
6 local league titles with the last one with Juventus. 5 Champions Leagues, 1 Euro Cup with Portugal A. I mean Portugal A because look at the goals. 600,
Look how many goals there.
684 goals in 955 official games, because Pelé has 1,000, more than 1,000, but some journalists count, the goals with the grandchildren playing with him. Yeah. This is Messi, 4 Champions Leagues, all with Barcelona, 9 local league titles, maybe 10 soon.
Yes.
Maybe no, 10. No titles with Argentina A because he has 1 youth championship in Holland and 1 Olympic golden medal, okay? But not with Argentine A national team. And 662 is more or less the same.
A goal a game. It's almost a goal a game.
And look the Ballon d'Or, the golden balls. 5 and 5. They are equal. And I like to invite you to watch, Mutu, 2 videos with 10 goals of Messi and 10 goals of Cristiano Ronaldo. Please, Mutu.
Aguanta la línea. Si
ojo a Messi dentro del área, puede venir el recorte, el punto de penalti, Messi, gol. ¡Gol! De Leo Messi para cerrar el partido, el tercero del Barça. Le llegó al argentino con más espacio, sin nadie encima. El caracoleo buscó el momento de lanzamiento y con la zurda puso el balón en la red de la portería de la UCI.
Leonel Messi into the area. Now they have to watch the steps. Oh, magical Messi! He is something else. The defenders went for the snake hips. The feet continued to dance. The goalkeeper went one way with Messi's eyes and the ball went the other way.
I guess it deserved that goal scorer. And here he is again. Here he is again. That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
cross. But here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How good is he?
Whilst there's a lot of players out there content with 1-0, keeping the ball, keeping possession, every time he's had it, minutes, he still wants more, he's looking for more. Look at the pace, look at the speed, look at the intricacy of the times.
Ya le llega la pelota a Messi. Intenta superar el primer obstáculo. Sigue después de superar el segundo. Le sale el portero. ¡Gol, gol, 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 gol! Increíble Leo Messi. En una acción individual ha conseguido superar a todos los futbolistas que le han salido al paso. Hasta 3 hemos contado que superó Messi. Larga conducción. Dribbling. Cambio de ritmo.
It's to do with the spring and the timing. Look at this from Messi. Look at this, Rob.
He leaves 1, he leaves 2 for them. Takes on 3, takes on 4, beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff. They're all getting outshone by this incredible little man.
Well, I've said it so many times this season, he's the best on the planet, and that's one of the reasons why. You give him half a chance. He's beaten the same man twice, he's beaten 2 or 3 others, he's left them for dead. Unbelievable balance, strength, skill, ability. He is the best. What a goal.
Thiago. Messi.
Messi!
Absolutely mainline to pure footballing magic that belongs in a different galaxy altogether that we are living in. Astonishing, jaw-dropping genius from Leonel. Watch this hesitation right there. 3 players inside a telephone box, and he don't care.
Scratching his head, he can't believe it. And now, another chance, this time buried by Messi.
That's a great finish with his right foot, Kevin. Well, he picks it up his own halfway line, beats 1, 2 players. He's got Galvez, he goes, what a body swerve that is. Then inside right foot, great finish. That is just world class from the best player in the world for me.
Real Madrid, Athletic Bilbao have never been relegated from the Primera Division. Something to be admired, I have to say. Oh, there's 3 of them round, and he's still going. Look at this, Kevin.
It's a brilliant run from Messi. Will he go all the way? It's one of the great Copa del Rey final goals from the magical, mercurial Leonel Messi. Lights up the Camp Nou one more time.
Oh, Kevin, I said they need at least 2 players to stop him. There was 3 there. He beat all 3 of them. Then he beat another one, and he put it at the near post. Messi is amazing. The amazing Messi has just scored one of the best goals you're ever going to see in a cup final. Absolutely superb. And this is the genius of the left man. Oh, Kevin, 57 goals now this season, and he's not finished. Great time to score. Look at this. 1, 2, round head. Kicks away from Rico. 1 more defender inside, bang. Oh, he's just...
Messi against Getafe.
Oh, brilliant skill from Leonel Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is! And the whole of this ground stands and applauds the 19-year-old. Have you seen a better goal than that anywhere this season? I very much doubt it. Oh, you can't help but smile. That was sensational. And there's very few players, if any, in the world could do what he's just done, Kevin. Wonderful goal. Sensational stuff.
Lionel Messi, what a player. Just
Do you
watching.
like it?
Oh, I like watching that man.
The 2 images with Maradona and Messi scoring the same goal.
Incredible.
Incredible. But one in Spain against Getafe. The other one at the World Cup.
Against
let
England.
Let me tell that to you.
Against England.
No.
I want to ask
But
Luciano.
we have Ronaldo goals too, to compare Messi and Cristiano.
Let's watch them.
For many, but for this man, certainly. Oh, what a most goal. Certainly. Courtois completely bamboozled. It's for Cristiano Ronaldo, and what a stage to get it.
Oh, Kevin, this ball does everything.
They'll back away from him again, and he shoots. Oh, it's gone in. A second goal. A thunderbolt from Ronaldo. Real Madrid are looking unbeatable here. We knew it was a tough game, but two fabulous strikes. That one.
It'll still drop to Cristiano Ronaldo, who goes for goal. Oh, and what a goal from Cristiano Ronaldo! His third goal in the last 2 games, and United are 2 in front.
Ball deflects through everyone, almost ball to Sami Khedira. Ronaldo! Oh! Did he really just do that?
You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. I mean, he's gone away from goal.
Real Madrid's first shot on target.
And it will! What a goal!
And that's even better than his first. It was simply unstoppable. Breathtaking stuff from Ronaldo.
Kevin, 2 goalkeepers wouldn't have saved that. And that's what I'm saying about the second leg against Bayern Munich. When you've got...
Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Thank you.
Who is the GOAT? That's the question up there, Luciano.
I can resume, this situation, ability against power. What do you think?
Yeah, Messi's ability against Ronaldo's power.
More powerful player than
Yeah.
Messi, but Messi most,
Skillful.
skillful, yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I think it was Luis Enrique, former Barcelona boss, who said this, and I could be wrong, a famous quote. Ronaldo is world class. Leonel Messi is out of this world. And I think for me, that is what it is. And it's only an opinion. We've all got our opinions. For me, Messi is out of this world. He does things maybe only Maradona can do.
Well, as I told you, I will not say who is the best for me. I prefer to leave, the opinion to the readers. But the problem is who is the greatest of all times. And to me, it's impossible to define that because the rules were
different.
Very different. In Pelé time, there were no yellow, no red cards. Now you touch Messi, yellow. You touch him again, red card, sent off. In that time, Pelé was demolished with kicks, like in the English World Cup.
Yeah.
The Portuguese defenders destroyed him and put him, out of the championship. So even with Maradona, I remember one game against Peru for the Mexico 1986 qualification. One guy called Reina took Maradona all day. Maradona had to play with one guy on his shoulders. So the rules changed, and now Cristiano and Messi had more chances to be the number 1. And if you see that kind of goals, you see, yes, of course, Messi or Ronaldo. I prefer Messi, I prefer Ronaldo, but they are the greatest. I don't know. To me, the passion is the most important thing in football, and in that topic, if you don't mind, Diego Maradona gave me more than Lionel Messi. So I prefer Diego Maradona.
You prefer Maradona?
Maradona than Lionel Messi, but as an Argentinian. Because what Maradona gave me and what Messi No, sorry. He didn't give me nothing.
He didn't give
nothing
you a World
yet.
Cup.
No titles, no nothing.
Are you happy taking some questions
Of
from the
course.
floor? Because I know,
Of
Mohammed,
course.
I know there are questions here at the front. I don't know if we have a microphone. We do, yes. A question from this gentleman.
اسمي خالد المهيدي من السعودية ومن العشاق لكرة القدم. في ظني أن ميسي لاعب موهوب، فقط لاعب موهوب، ولكنه ليس اللاعب القائد، لكنه من ناحية الموهبة لا جدال على ذلك على مر التاريخ. لكن لما نأتي إلى مورد كريستيانو رونالدو نجد أنه لاعب منهم. أي إنسان يرغب أن يكون ناجح في حياته، مهندس أو قانوني أو طبيب أو أيا كان، إذا اتبع المنهاج الذي يتخذه رونالدو بالتعب على حياته منذ صغره حتى الآن، يوميا يشتغل على جسده ومهاراته وقوته وما إلى ذلك، فهذا أنا أعتبره ملهم لأي إنسان يعشق أي مهنة ويرغب أن يحقق من خلالها ذاته ومن خلالها المال ومن خلالها كل ذلك. ولكن ميسي يختلف. أنا سؤالي، هذا سؤالي الآن من ناحية، سؤالي للأستاذ، ألا ترى أن برشلونة كذلك منتخب الأرجنتين يخطأ أن يضع القيادة الكابتنية لميسي، فهو ليس اللاعب القائد داخل الملعب، ليس اللاعب القائد داخل الملعب، فألا ترى أنه ميسي من الخطأ أنه يعطى إشارة القيادة عن باقي اللاعبين، لأن أثره حقيقة داخل الملعب فقط على المستطيل، ولكنه كقائد، كموجه، كمناقش مع الحكم، كمحفز، كذا داخل المستطيل. أعتقد أنه كذلك يقال، وأنا ما أدري قد يصحح لي، يقال أن ميسي فيه شيء من مرض التوحد، فهو عايش حياته فقط ولكنه خارج عن التأثير مع الآخرين أو التأثير على الآخرين. شكرا.
Can we translate? Thank you. Yes, Mo. Translate.
So the first one is, Messi is talented, but Ronaldo is the example of any successful person in life by his work rate, and even if you want to be an engineer, a lawyer, or whatever, you look up to Ronaldo, whereas Messi is pure talent. So he prefers the Ronaldo example for the generations, and he wants to know your opinion on this point. The second one is about Messi being the captain in Barcelona, and he thinks that's a wrong step from the management or players or whatever to put somebody like Messi with his characteristics and his there is no passion, and he cannot like guide players, so he shouldn't be, he's not a leader, so he shouldn't be the captain. And he wants, the third one is, do you think that the rumors about Messi has some autism or some loneliness syndrome or whatever, is that true about him? That's why he's like so introvert?
It's true about what? Sorry.
So let's start the first one. The first question, talking about, well, I think
pure talent against
pure talent against hard work. Ronaldo is, I guess, the...
But Ronaldo has talent too. And Messi, you know, work a lot too. And he had to put on his leg one injection every day for 3 years. That is like a gym to grow up, you know, to be the man who is now. So this is what I said some minutes ago, that when you compare everything, you find a lot of similarities. Yes, Ronaldo go to the gym, but Messi had to do something too, with, well, the help of the technology or whatever, the chemistry, I don't know. But yes, the idea is the same.
I think
it's to be better, you know, to be with the physically better.
Yeah, we talk about God-given talent, but Messi has still had to work hard at that talent. Ronaldo, he's more talented, you would say, Messi than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ronaldo has had to improve, evolve. You look at his physique, he's evolved himself.
That opinion is perfect to me, because the idea is to debate about that, not to have, you know, I'm right, he's wrong. No. Everyone has ideas, opinion, feelings, and it's perfect. And even don't say nothing about Messi and Cristiano, because I prefer, to open the mind of the readers with a lot of topics, differences and information, interviews or whatever, and everyone can have his own opinion.
What about the second question there, Luciano, that Lionel Messi as a leader, as a captain of Barcelona, maybe not a good idea?
I think he's a kind of leader. He's a kind of leader, not the leader as I prefer, maybe like Diego Maradona. That was a perfect leader on the pitch. When I talk about Maradona, I refer to him, as a football player. That's it. I don't talk about Diego Maradona's personal life because
good.
Because I have no enough time to do it.
Yeah,
I have no time to count how many children he has, So, but on the pitch, Maradona was a leader, and he showed that face of leader in Italy, the World Cup in 1990.
The third question there is a very interesting one. There has been a lot of speculation, a lot of rumours about Messi, that perhaps he is on the autism spectrum. That perhaps
but what kind of rumours, sorry?
There have been a lot written, and again, an insight from you that Messi perhaps is someone who has a condition, someone that has an autism on the spectrum there. Is that something that you have heard?
No, it's impossible. No, he's a normal guy, but sorry, not normal, because you can be, No, he's a person like you and me, maybe different behavior, different humor or sense of humor, different enthusiasm, to do the things. But we watch a wonderful video, and I think he shows what he can do on the pitch, not talking, not talking, just playing.
Yeah.
He's not a leader, maybe. Yes, I agree with you. He's not a leader, but he's a wonderful player. I have a question for you, sir, if you don't mind. If you are a manager of a football team, what do you think? You prefer to have Messi in your team or in the opposite team?
أنا أفضله كلاعب مع فريقي وأتمناه، ولكن كقائد داخل الملعب يقود اللاعبين ويتناقش مع الحكم ويحفز داخل الملعب، لا أريدها أبدا، وأنا أرى أن له تأثير سلبي على منتخب الأرجنتين وفريق برشلونة كقائد داخل الميدان. عندما كان بيول في برشلونة هو القائد، كان برشلونة يعني داخل الملعب طول 90 دقيقة فيه يعني حماس إلى الدقائق الإضافية. أما ميسي لا أراه له التأثير داخل الملعب. رونالدو.
Oh.
No, but my question
No, really Messi. ما في شك.
You have the money to buy
Messi.
Cristiano and Messi. You have enough money as a manager to buy two players, Cristiano and Messi. What do you prefer? To have Messi with you?
Messi.
Ah, okay.
Messi.
Both,
Messi.
of course.
Messi.
Both, obviously. That is my point, Messi have a lot of conditions. He's a wonderful player, as everyone has some things not really good, maybe, like to be a leader. But I prefer to have Messi on my team.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Even Ronaldo, of course.
We've got a couple of moments. We've got two final questions. Mo,
one more question.
One question.
To the translator. I'm sorry. Maybe later. There.
After. We will have a signing session in just a moment. Last question for you, Mo.
When you were showcasing your upcoming book, you mentioned the criteria to describe who's better between Ronaldo and Messi is politics. I'm not a fan of politics at all, and I always want politics away from football. With whatever happened with Maradona in 1986, and regardless of how vocal Maradona is about his political views, But how come in comparing Ronaldo and Messi, you chose politics? What does that actually add up to their footballing game?
Yes, I know the point. Simple, just to show. We talk also about personal relationship, for example. Messi has one wife. His all life girlfriend.
Yes, Antonella.
And Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know. I don't know how many girls he had, but it's just something more to give you some. If I like a cook, you know, I put more spices at your service to say, okay, I prefer to put some more salt or some more pepper or some more something, you know, and I prefer like this. I prefer just a football player without talks, you know. Maradona obviously has another side outside the pitch, and sometimes that play against him with the fans. But now it's just to, you know, just to show you that Lionel Messi is a football player, but has opinion about politics, has a wife, children. He's a human being like you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a signing session with this man, and I know an awful lot of you have more questions. Luciano is going to be sticking around for the next hour or so. I'm off to buy one of your books. I want a signature in that as well. It will just be to the right-hand side of us out here. So after this is over, just walk outside. Luciano's going to kick around for an hour or so. But ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for a very special guest this afternoon.
Thank you.
Luciano Wernicke.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Luciano.
for showing me here.
Thank you so much. And please, I will want a signature on that book as much as anyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. He will be here for the next half hour or so.
Okay.
An opportunity to ask more questions. I've got so many, Luciano. I could be here all day with you.